Hi, I'm Ray from PhoneArena and you're watching our video review of the LG G Pad 8.3. Struggling to secure its positions on the smartphone market, LG hasn't had much time to deal with the tablet one lately. However, after a lengthy absence, LG is now back with a new tablet, and this time it seems that the South Korean company has come up with an even more ambitious product. Making full use of the hype surrounding the new G2 Android smartphone, LG is gearing up to release the G Pad 8.3, a mid-sized tablet of premium quality that will take on fearsome rivals such as the iPad mini or the Galaxy Note 8.0. LG has evidently put a lot of love in the design of the G Pad 8.3. It's simply one premium tablet with a very slim and good-looking body. It's not so small due to the sizable top and bottom bezels, but it's narrow and light enough to allow for comfortable holding. Almost the entire backplate is made of aluminum, which gives the tablet a sense of style and class just like the iPad mini and unlike the Galaxy Note 8.0. Naturally, the tablet features a micro USB port for charging and wired data connection, but we're happy to report that there is also a micro SD card slot on board as well. LG has equipped the G Pad 8.3 with a wonderful display. It measures the healthy 8.3 inches, making it slightly bigger than the iPad mini 7.9 inches. Its biggest advantage, however, is its 1200 by 1920 pixel resolution and wonderful pixel density of 273. In comparison, the iPad mini's pixel density is just 162 ppi, which is terrible, and the Note 8.0's one is 189 ppi, which is mediocre. With this LCD IPS display, LG has just nailed the balance between blue and red, resulting in a perfect color temperature of about 6500 Kelvin. That's pretty much unprecedented for such a display so far. Color balance is extremely good with this display, although its brightness and gamma are nothing to write home about. At the end of the day, it's a spectacular display which is great for reading, watching video or playing games, but it's not perfect yet. Built on top of Android 4.2.2, LG's custom user experience in the G Pad 8.3 continues to provide that jolly colorful UI that's quite popular in the Asian markets. It's not bad if you happen to like this kind of style. There is nothing fundamentally different in terms of how things work with this interface. There aren't any major in-your-face features such as HTC's Blink Feed home screen, for example. In essence, the home screen consists of a number of pages on which you can deploy your app shortcuts and widgets. LG's software is incredibly customizable, even allowing you to change stuff like the icon size. There is also a standard main menu, featuring a grid that holds all of your apps you have installed on the tablet. It might come as a bit of a disappointment for some, but the LG G Pad 8.3 is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 600 chipset, which is clocked at 1.6 GHz. It would have been cooler if it was the 800, but still, having the slightly less powerful Snapdragon 600 should allow LG to make the G Pad 8.3 a bit more affordable, plus this should give a boost to battery life. Having the Snapdragon 600 means that the graphics chip on board is the Adreno 320, still an excellent GPU, although not as fast as the Adreno 330 in the Snapdragon 800. Anyway, we do find performance to be quite good with the LG G Pad 8.3, and we think that users won't have an issue running the current or even the next generation of software available for Android with this chipset. There are some slight slowdowns here and there while using the tablet, but nothing major. RAM amount is more than sufficient at 2 GB, so no worries there. Internal storage comes in at only 16 GB, but the presence of a micro SD card slot means this isn't a deal breaker. There are two browsers found on the G Pad 8.3, Chrome and LG's own browser. Both browsers are quite similar but have their own advantages. For example, Chrome can be synced with your account in order to replicate your browsing experience across multiple devices, while LG's browser features smart vertical scroll snapping, allowing for more intuitive vertical scrolling. Double tap zooming works flawlessly with both browsers. At the end of the day, both are very good and it will be up to you to select which one you enjoy using more. The LG G Pad 8.3 isn't all about fancy external design. LG has produced a new software feature called QPair, which makes it easy to pair the G-Pad to a compatible smartphone in order to sync call, message or SMS notifications, use the cellular internet of the phone, or use the last running app on the other device. This is a very handy feature because it removes the need to constantly have your smartphone by your side. For example, with QPair enabled, you can just take your tablet and go to another room, leaving your phone behind, and you won't have to worry about any missed calls, messages or stuff like that, because the G-Pad 8.3 will play those for you. The QPair app is available in the Play Store and it can be used with any Android smartphone with Android 4.1 and up, though some of its functionality may be limited depending on the model. Aside from that, there is Slide Aside, which allows you to slide up to 3 apps to the side and then quickly recall them later by doing a 3-finger swipe from the side. Then there is Q-Slide. What it serves for is to enable you to display up to 3 app windows on the screen, which would probably be quite useful if you really need some serious multitasking capabilities. Finally, the knock-on feature is still on board, letting us wake the display up by doing a double tap on the screen, although we have to admit that it doesn't always work that well. There is nothing spectacular about the 5-megapixel camera of the LG G-Pad 8.3. Which isn't surprising since this is a tablet and tablets usually aren't used as primary camera devices. Anyway, there is this lackluster 5-megapixel shooter with an aperture of f2.6 as well as a front-facing shooter of just 1.3 megapixels. LG's camera interface is very easy to work with. There are still tons of options, but they are all neatly hidden inside easy-to-access menus. There are many things you can tweak, including brightness, focus mode, image size, ISO, white balance, color effect, and so on. You can also take advantage of a bunch of different modes, such as panorama, sports, beauty shot, continuous shot, and more, all of which presenting you with a useful shooting mode in certain scenarios. Thankfully, the 5-megapixel camera is good for what it is, though you shouldn't expect wonders from it. Images have realistic and slightly too warm color tones, while there is just enough sharpness to guarantee an appealing overall look for the shots. There isn't that much detail when viewing the photos in their actual size, but they are perfect for viewing in smaller, web-friendly resolutions, such as those used by social networks. You can even do nice close-up shots with this camera. Indoor images come out relatively noise-free, but also quite soft, explaining the lack of noise. Colors are once again a tad too warm, which isn't unpleasant, and overall, in case your expectations for this camera aren't unnecessarily high, you shouldn't be disappointed by the photos it takes. The LG G-Pad 8.3 can record 1920 by 1080 video at 30 fps. The footage is mostly fine with decent image sharpness and fluid motion. The audio is a bit irritating due to its excessive sharpness, but it's not too bad. With such a large and good-looking display, watching video and playing games on the LG G-Pad 8.3 is a joy. Sadly, LG isn't bundling a pair of earphones with the G-Pad, so you have to get your own in order to enjoy music and other audio in a decent manner. The music player is quite cool though, with comfortable ways of content filtering as well as gigantic album art. The G-Pad features stereo speakers on its backside, which produce relatively loud and balanced sound. They are neither too harsh nor too deep. Music doesn't come out particularly clear through them, but the quality is passable. The LG G-Pad 8.3 has been equipped with a 4600 mAh battery, which is identical capacity to that of the Samsung Galaxy Note 8.0. LG hasn't shared any official information regarding battery life at this time, but so far we haven't noticed any issues with the device's battery life during our testing. The LG G-Pad 8.3 is a very cool tablet. Without a doubt, its main differentiating factor is the premium design, which is unrivaled by any other Android tablet so far. With its slim profile and high-quality materials involved in its construction, the G-Pad 8.3 can easily become an object of intense desire. Under the hood, the tablet may not be positioned on the bleeding edge of technology, but it's still very powerful with its Snapdragon 600 SoC, allowing us to enjoy the full Android experience in its full beauty. Well, you really have to be into LG's UI design style for this to happen, but if not, you can always install a custom launcher from the Play Store into your own set. LG has really taken the Android tablet market by surprise with the LG G Pad 8.3, and hopefully it'll be able to penetrate through that bubble of low-cost offerings and make itself visible for consumers, because it's definitely worth it. Thank you for watching our video review of the LG G Pad 8.3. If you want to learn more about this beautiful tablet, visit us at PhoneArena.com.